So, hello and welcome you back to Let's Play Ugly Potter 2 on the PlayStation 1. God, these videos look ugly on YouTube.
It's Potty Wee Potter. He can't get across. Oh, what a baby. He's all at a loss.
Oh, we missed
I was
him.
wondering when Peeves was gonna show up.
And of course it would be above a pit of acid.
Oh, that rapscallion Peeves.
Mm-hmm. And now there are walking armors. And they get faster
Oh god.
when you shoot their head off. I mean, I would be pissed off too.
Right.
Spiders. And now we have to deal with
Slugs.
the bank floor. This, I love how they take even the slightest changes in the freaking level geometry into account when you walk.
Right.
When you slide rather in this location. Those sliding physics. What's wrong with his legs?
It's his new dance move.
The dungeon is a nasty place, but you'll fit in with that ugly face. Can't find your pals, Potty. Don't cry.
You can actually talk to him, which is weird because he disappears almost immediately.
Right.
And why would you want to?
Maybe you just really like Peeves. You like his spunk.
I mean, we do like him. And see how overzealous the lock-on system was. I was locked onto this snail before, and that's why Harry was walking so weirdly.
While he was doing the strut.
I actually wish more games worked in a similar way, especially from this era. Where you could actually, like...
Can't find your pals, Potty. Don't cry. Poor old Potty can't find his way to the party.
And here I got turned around, because, of course, I got interrupted, as I usually do. So I'm trying to figure out where I am, so where am I supposed to even go? And I remember this corridor and went back up the stairs, where I was supposed to be.
You will find that party now, just to spite Peeves.
Nah, we're still ways from finding the party. More beans we can never spend.
Just so you
Actually,
can
if
have a
I am
collection.
wrong on there not being anything to buy with the beans, like if somebody watching this video would actually know that, I would like to know what you can do with them. If there is even something you can do, because it's just a weird design choice if there really isn't. If they just give you this much, this many excess beans.
They're gonna make damn sure you have enough to buy those 5 cards.
Those couple cards they offer you. And of course, when you see them, you're never not going to pick them up. I actually kind of wish they had a function of restoring your health, because this game can be pretty stingy when it comes to healing, as you'll see later on.
Yeah, I don't doubt it, considering how little chocolate frogs heal in this one.
Yeah, I mean, we needed Colin to remind us that they do in fact do that, you know?
Yeah. You can make that jump, Nico.
You can always make that jump. You're Harry Potter, a star athlete of Hogwarts.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna take it because, well, I'm never coming back here.
Immediately fall in the acid and die.
I mean, that usually happens. Right after you use up the only one you can pick up. This is nice carpet.
Blimey, Harry, where have you been? We've been waiting ages for you.
Let's go, Harry.
I mean, the part about waiting ages is actually quite correct. 20 minutes is like it's like a century in this universe.
Right.
So glad you could make it, Harry. May I recommend the mouldy bread and the stinking salmon? Watch out for Peeves, Harry. He's in one of his mischievous moods. Feel free to mingle, Harry. Ron and Hermione are around here somewhere.
Happy Death Day, Nick. I think Ron has a present for you. I'll go and tell him to bring it over. Peeves, dive down behind the table, Harry. Use your knockback jinx to get the present back.
No time to explain minigame. So the general rule is keep your one around this height and in the middle. That way you can actually have a good chance at hitting him in time. And cross hunts are evil because they're French.
Peeves' ugly-ass mugshot there reminds me of somebody. Who did it remind me of? Fuck. This is gonna bug me.
Yeah, those... I also want to say, these mugshots that they use for health bars, they are so inconsistent when it comes to the art style. Because one of the ones that Harry gets at some point is literally the photo of his actor. While some other ones are just like, you know, I remember, I may be misremembering, but I think one of them is like a CG picture, and like this one's obviously, you know, drawn in 2D and specifically in 240p resolution.
Peeves, give Ron back his present.
So did they all hear it that time?
No. They just wanted to pose. It's cool.
The voice was growing fainter, and Harry was sure it was moving away, moving upwards. He began to run, his stomach lurching. Something was shining on the wall ahead. Harry approached slowly, squinting through the darkness. Mrs. Norris, Filch's cat, was hanging by her tail from a torch bracket. She was as stiff as a board, her eyes wide and staring. Foot-high words had been daubed on the wall above the petrified cat. Harry shuddered as he read them.
The Chamber of Secrets has been opened. Enemies of the air, beware.
Before Harry could leave, several people appeared in the corridor. When Filch saw Mrs. Norris, he screeched accusingly at Harry.
You've murdered my cat. You've killed her.
and then Draco Malfoy shouted out to everyone gathered.
Enemies of the air, beware! You'll be next, mudbloods.
Professor Dumbledore calmed everyone down and sent them all to bed. Ron reckoned that he had an idea who the heir of Slytherin was, and both he and Harry went to meet Hermione in the library.
I really wish they kept the original art style of the drawn book segments. They were so much nicer. But I guess they wanted this to look differently.
I'm sure that Draco Malfoy is the heir of Slytherin.
I think you might be right. And if he is, I know a way we can prove it. Polyjuice potion.
Polly what?
Polyjuice potion can transform a person into someone else, even a Slytherin. We could trick Malfoy into admitting he's the heir. To make the Polyjuice potion, we'll need several ingredients. Lacewing flies, leeches, fluxweed, notgrass, horn of bicorn, and shredded boomslang.
Okay, I'll get the knotgrass and flaxweed. Harry, you can get the leeches, lacewing flies, and shredded boomslang.
And I'll get the horn of bicorn. You two had better get to potions class. When I find a place to prepare the Polyjuice potion, I'll send Hedwig.
And you know what's really cool about that the whole segment? They actually are going.
stuff.
They're actually going to do the parts that they have been assigned to, and there is no like.
Silence! Mixing potions is a very precise science. I suggest that Potter, Weasley, and Longbottom listen carefully to my every word. This year, like last year, I won't allow any disobedience. Pay attention, Potter. You are going to remind us how to mix a Wiggenweld potion. If you remember, you must first activate the cauldron. With this done, you must then press the 3 symbols indicated until the cauldron fills.
You know, I could try to tell people that I failed this challenge because I wanted to see Snape's reaction to your failure if they made a special one like they do for most of the other things. But I have established in the past that I am terrible at these sorts of things.
Yeah.
And sadly, he has no reaction to that.
Aw, that's messed up.
Like, you would expect from him, especially.
I know, right? Instead, it's just, nah, go again.
Yeah, just do it. Just do it again. That time I was pretty close. I don't actually know if like getting it wrong is is more bad than like doing it slowly. One thing to remember though is that
Good enough. Only a fool would expect better of you. Now remember, when the cauldron is full, you can activate it to gain the Wiggenweld potion. Class dismissed.
But one cauldron only makes one potion is what I wanted to say.
Harry must be a heavy drinker.
Yeah, all those potions are very very concentrated.
Hello there. I wonder if you boys could do me a favor.
Of course, Hagrid.
It's nearly Halloween, and my pumpkin patch has been overrun with gnomes. Can you help me to get rid of them?
I'll help Hagrid, but I think Ron has some things he needs to do. I do? Like getting some knotgrass and fluxweed? Oh yeah, just make sure that you don't forget the boomslang skin, lacewings, and leeches.
Leeches? Ah, nasty creatures. But if you're after some boomslang skin, I've got some in my hut. Need this stuff for homework, do you?
Yes, that's right. Homework for potions.
All right then, Harry. I'll make a deal with you. Get rid of them gnomes in my pumpkin patch, and I'll give you some boomslang skin.
Okay, Hagrid, it's a deal.
Well, I mean, we were gonna do
Why
that
is
anyway.
Harry so pissed off at everybody?
That's Sassy Potter for you.
Like, jeez, man.
I mean, everybody's asking him. It's weird too, because he...
Let's see if you can get these blasted gnomes out of the pumpkin patch. Do well enough, and I'll give you some boom slang skin. To fling the gnomes, press the square button, which will help you build up speed. The faster you press, the more speed you gain. When you reach the fence, press the triangle button when you're ready to chuck the little pest out of my pumpkin patch. Try and throw the gnomes as far as you can, Harry. You'll get points for distance and extra points for every target you hit.
And if you notice, you can... I think he's actually wearing the earmuffs, because it's cold, you know? Or,
Yeah.
no, or maybe it's I know that he wears the earmuffs later on, for sure. But there was something I wanted to... No, he doesn't have them here. There was something I wanted to say... oh yeah. Like in this game, at the very least, he doesn't have to do everything, you know, unlike in all of the other ones where he does have to do literally everything. So there's no reason why this Potter would be so sassy.
I know, right? Like, his life's being made easier for like the first time ever, and he's like, man, fuck all of you.
Yeah, it's like, hey, do this. Like, I'll just give you it if you do this thing that you would do for me anyway. Because you know he's a good kid and he would do it anyway.
Right.
And is it gonna? No, it's gonna. Bullshit.
That is bullshit.
The tree's made out of paper. He should have flown through it.
God damn it. Well, you won at least.
Fantastic. That's your all-time highest score. Well done. Well done, Harry. Here, have some boom slang skin. You've earned it.
Just gonna throw it on the ground. Pick it.
Wasn't that fun, Harry? Do you want to play again?
No. You can probably get a card or something for hitting everything. But ain't happening here. It's too wonky.
Thanks for saving me pumpkins, Harry. I hope you find a good use for that boom slang skin. Bearded stoats, look at the time. You better run off to the Quidditch pitch. Your first match against Slytherin's about to start.
Oh, don't even, Hagrid.
There you are.
Oh.
Come on, you'll be late for Quidditch. Did you manage to get the fluxweed and knotgrass? I got some flaxweed, but it wasn't easy. Come on, we better get to the Quidditch pitch before it's too late.
See, Ron's actually doing something. And our match is just starting in 5 minutes. So it's a good thing he's helping us.
God, fuck you.
Weird. This looks like a thing, but it's apparently not a thing.
Yeah, it looks like a secret door. Like, what the...